Today, I'm going to be taking the most busted Root Rider army into Legends League. I'm talking about this army right here. As you can see, I am perfect for the last 2 days in Legends League and have only failed 3 attacks the entire season with this army. The army link is in the description, but let's get right into the first attack. Okay then, let's begin the day with this base, which I've seen a bajillion mazillion times. We're going to go into this wizard tower, then the archer tower. If there's a Tesla there, it can get a little bit fishy sometimes, and unfortunately my fox has taken quite a bit of damage there, but I've seen this base literally 1,000 times, as I said, and I don't think I failed it yet. So yeah, let's try and get this scatter shot down. Sometimes I can also get the multi-target Inferno down. Looks like she's going to target the Expo instead, which is honestly fine by me. Let's go ahead and recall now. So, going to go with the Ice Golem. In fact, I'm going to double down with the Ice Golems here. Go with the Root Riders and everything into the base. Nice little Headhunter to snipe that Minion Prince nice and quickly. Just going to keep an eye on that Monolith. I may need to use a freeze spell because... oh, what's that locked onto? I always get a little bit scared, but I think we're good. Yeah, Monolith has barely any effect. Going to keep the funnel nice and tight, and honestly, I think the game audio is quite loud, right? I'm just going to turn it down quick. Yeah, looking good so far. RC's getting a little bit energetic, but that is fine. Now, of course, we're going to wait for this Rage Tower to trigger, pop the Warden ability at this point. Trigger the Rage Tower, overgrowth the entire thing here. Go ahead and Skelly spell the Crusher Mortar and the Merge Cannon and the Ricochet. And that is doing a really good job at distracting that for me. I'm going to freeze, honestly, because this thing is no joke. And we still have all the hero abilities. I'm just going to spam them. And at this point, I would force close. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a 3-star here. No doubt in my mind. If I had held my Queen ability, maybe this would have looked a little bit cleaner, because my Queen would have stayed up. But we have all of the Root Riders alive, the RC is alive, the King is alive, Giant is on full health, Warden's up. So yeah, pretty happy with this attack, but I've seen this base many times, so I have no issues tripling this one. Let's get into the next attack. Okay, second base of the day, and we have my Kryptonite. This base is tricky, but my buddy So, you guys know him, he taught me quite a good approach for this base, shall we say, and I'm just going to do that. I'm going to use maybe a Super Barb there, and maybe could I distract for a long enough time? Yeah, we don't take a lot of damage, and we can just do a slightly longer Spirit Walk. Of course, time is never really an issue with this strategy because you have the Rage Gem on the Warden, but we're looking really good at the moment. Going to double down here as we are well in the range of the Town Hall, and my RC is looking really healthy, so I see no real reason to do anything stupid. Let's go ahead and recall there as we get the sweep down, and we'll go ahead and we will Skelly spell the Monolith to start us off, because that thing is quite annoying. So yeah, there we go. Maybe not a great Skelly spell actually, but like, who really cares, let's be honest. Now I need to be very patient here. Yeah, everything goes inward. Let's go ahead and overgrowth like this. Send in both Headhunters, and I just need to be wary there of the Ground Expo potentially locking on to my Queen. I'm gonna go ahead and use my first Invis spell here because it's quite a lot of damage, and it's quite hard to judge what's actually happening. Because there's so much stuff in the mix there. But I think we're looking good. All of the healers are on the... oh, that's not good. Okay, let's go like this. That's good, though. The Poison Tower launches onto that Royal Champion and not my Root Riders, which is definitely going to help me out. Just need to keep an eye on that RC because she is walking into quite a lot of trouble. Pop the King ability, pop the RC... sorry, pop the Queen ability as well. And I think I'm going to save my freeze spell for this Rage Tower compartment when the overgrowth wears off, as opposed to trying to keep that Queen alive. So yeah, that's working out quite well. And yeah, this is going to be a 3-star. Of course, another base which I have attacked many times before, but this base is definitely a tricky base. So if you are using this strategy in Legends League and you do struggle with this base here, do not worry, it is very difficult, but generally the approach that I just did works quite well. And look at that skeleton, it does 0 damage whatsoever to that gold storage. But yeah, looks like we're gonna have to wait for that skeleton to, there we go. So yeah, that is a 3-star. Let's get into the next attack of the day. Third attack then, and we have a double rage base, which looks to be aiming to counter the broom witches. So I'm going to go straight into this rage tower. There is no what I would call like buffer buildings in front of this rage tower. We just get right into all of this glorious value. Great work there from the Spirit Fox, making sure to take some damage to give the defender a better chance at defending. Great work, Spirit Fox. But yeah, I mean, generally this attack is looking really good because there was no like buffer buildings where these collectors and storages are, and that means I can get some really good value with this RC charge. As you can see, we take down a huge chunk of the base there. So I'm going to start up my queen at this point and the root riders and everything to go into the base. We'll go ahead, we'll send in our first ice golem, send in the headhunter, send in our next ice golem, and we're going to overgrowth like this to make sure everything is moving inward into the town hall, which is what it's called. Yes, it's called the town hall. Need to keep an eye on our healths here. I think the healers are getting maybe fire mited there. I'm not 100% sure. Gonna pop the ward ability because things are getting a little bit fishy here, and I'm just gonna overgrowth this rage tower damage, and hopefully, yeah, that's a bit annoying. I just hope that flame spinner isn't gonna give me too many issues because my healers were quite low. No, we're all good now. Go ahead, let's skelly spell this monolith and the merge cannon because the multi-target inferno is currently distracted. If you guys didn't know, I think it can only hit 6 targets at a time. So obviously it's great at defending the skelly spells, but when it's already distracted on, say, a root riders like it was in this situation, you can still get good skelly spell value. So although this has come a little bit closer than I would have liked it to be, we do still have all of the heroes alive on green health, so can't really complain. And yeah, I mean, quite frankly, I've attacked the style of base 100 times as well, so you know, unless I see a unique style of base, I kind of know how to hit these bases, and that's also a good reason why I am still doing really well this season. But let's get into the next attack. Okay, next base, and what on earth are those fire spitters? Okay, this is weird. I don't even know, these fire spitters have thrown me off guard a little bit. Okay. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into this expo in hopes that the RC will go to the multi-arch tower afterward. Let's see if she's going to do that. If not, okay, perfect. So we now have this path into the fire spitter. And I think I'm just going to go directly. Oh, okay, she's not going exactly where I wanted her to go, but actually I think this is still fine, to be honest. As long as we get this multi-inferno down, which we have done there, I think we are good. So let's go with the ice column here, ice column here. Just get this king out the way nice and early on into the attack. Lots of things to place down at the start, as always. Let's start up this king nice and early. And I'm not going to use the witches yet to support the king, because that flame spinner is quite annoying. Go ahead and overgrowth this town hall, and yeah, now that's out of the way, I will send. Whoa, hold on. Okay, I got a little bit panicky there. I thought all my root riders were dying, but I think it was just like one root rider that got caught off on the side. So bit of an early warn ability, not ideal. Let's go ahead and put the RC ability, and hopefully she can grab the town hall for me when the time comes. Maybe try and get my queen in the core here. I think we're going to need a little bit of extra power on this back end. Go ahead and skelly spell like so. Pop this. We do have corner Teslas, which is fine. And And okay, my RC Fox did get sniped there, which isn't ideal, so I do want to keep the RC alive. I think the Monolith is going to lock on any second now. There it is, so I'm going to freeze that. Try and keep her alive, and yeah, this is a 3-star. Not really sure what the idea was with the fire spitters on this one, but definitely not very good looking fire spitters at all. Maybe this would have been a bit different story if the spitters were actually facing into the town hall. But yeah, we did manage to crush this one, although it does give me trouble sometimes. And actually, we got pretty lucky that the RC didn't go to this fire spitter compartment, because there was tons of baits there. But yeah, that is a 3-star. Let's get into the next attack. Okay, next base, and we have a double rage base again. Looks like it's mostly trying to counter the Broom Witches with all these wizard towers in the core areas of the base. This looks like a bit of a weird bait over here. So what am I going to do for this one? Okay. I think I'm going to enter into this mortar. Because all of the defenses around this area are really quite compact. And so that kind of means there's not going to be a lot of space for bombs or anything. The only annoying thing is we are going into the Royal Champion, who is the most annoying hero to spirit charge around, because she shoots really fast for some reason. And let's see, I think we'll just get this Expo out of the way, and then I'm not sure there's actually a lot more that we can get down. We'll probably just get down this air sweeper, and I think I'm going to enter into this far side compartment here. Hopefully we can distract that. Yes, perfect. So we can distract that merge cannon. As expected, there is some baits in this area, and we'll go ahead and we'll skelly spell the Monolith, because there is not a lot of splash damage in the area, although actually there is actually some splash damage, so I don't know what I'm really talking about. Gonna overgrowth like this, and making sure we can get down those multi-infernos nice and early. King is punching a wall, which isn't ideal. Thank you, King, for retargeting. Just means we're a little bit behind on the funnel, so I'm going to use a super barb there just to make sure we are keeping up with everything, and we're looking okay at the moment. The funnel is kind of a little bit loose, and my warden's not in a great spot, so that could be our biggest issue here. Also, my RC is kind of running away from the main pack a little bit, and my King has walked into the base, which I've only just noticed. I'm going to go ahead and invis the RC, even though I missed the invis. I think we are looking good for a 3-star here. RC may be able to grab the whole core by herself. Going to pop all of the hero abilities at this point, and let's go ahead. Let's just freeze this spitter and the mortar thing. And yeah, this is a 3-star. Of course, I don't fail with this attack because it's so broken. Honestly, I think the main thing is just the rage gem on the warden with the Root Riders is crazy good. I have seen Cell's recent video with the Queen charge, and to be honest, I think that is just a case of him moving back to rage gem on the warden, which is much better than the Eternal Tome version. But let's get into the next attack. Okay, next base of the day, and we have a double poison setup. Now, I think that the entry into these compartments here is going to be quite heavily baited, but where I don't think it's going to be baited is maybe down by that Monolith compartment. That might be quite an annoying spirit walk to actually successfully do. If I had the haste vial, I would go for the town hall here, but I don't have the haste vial, of course. So I'm going to go for this Monolith compartment in hopes that it's not going to be too heavily baited. I think I should be right. Got a feeling most of the baits are going to be on this side and this side of the base behind those spitters, because that's quite a good spirit walk. You can get a spitter and a poison tower. So I assume that's where the baits are, but I think I was right, and there are not a lot of traps around this area. He does have the wizard towers in the core, which may slightly annoy my pathing with my Root Riders. And I think we'll probably just get down this expo and get out of here. Maybe we could get the builder hut down. I see no reason not to get the builder hut, so I'm just going to take it. And we are going to go into... Let's just make a quick decision. I don't think it really matters that much. But we're going to go into this side of the base here. And where am I going to go with my first overgrowth? I think I'm going to cover like this area here. Start up that king. And yeah, actually, no, this is looking quite good. Need to be very careful because my Apprentice Warden is very low on health. I'm just going to pop the Warden ability now. Not going to take any risks. Go ahead and poison the Super Dragon there. And go ahead and Skelly Spell that Merge Cannon as my king kind of moves ever so closely towards it. Go ahead with a Headhunter onto the... Why can't I get my words out? Headhunter onto the enemy king. Looks like my RC's in a bit of a pickle, so I'm going to pop my RC ability at this point and send in some more super barbs to support the king. And honestly, it's fizzing out a little bit. I'm going to pop the king and queen ability because they're getting quite behind my main pack of root riders, and I don't really want that happening. Get ready with a freeze spell, probably onto this scatter shot and the expo there, and maybe we just will break these super barbs in. Maybe they can do some damage. But yeah, this is a 3-star actually. I did think it was going to fizzle out a little bit when we got into that other poison tower. But as you can see, all of the heroes are alive. RC is tanking all of the damage. And yeah, pretty happy with this one. Another triple. So, last building, 99%. This is awkward. Let's get into the final attack of the day. This is not the final attack of the day. I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is the second to last attack of the day. And it looks like it's going to be another double rage base, which is trying to counter the Broom Witches, although this base does look quite annoying. But what am I going to do for this one? I think I may try and just start on this arch tower, or the multi-arch tower, and just see where the RC takes us. I feel like there's... Literally, you can Spirit Walk anywhere on this base and you'll probably be alright. Is she going to go inward here or is she going to go to that expo? Okay, maybe I should have redirected her into that expo there. But I don't think it's going to matter that much. As I said, I think you can just Spirit Walk anywhere on this base and you should be okay. Still got our cycle going. We'll send in Archer in. What's that decoration? The parrot. I've never seen that before. Sure someone in the comments will let me know, but yeah, looking good so far. Gonna maybe go a little bit greedy here, try and get some of this buildings in here down, and oh boy. Okay, we trigger the rage tower, which is good. The RC path is a bit weird, isn't it? I mean, there's no real like straight path into... Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do for this one. I'm kind of yapping a little bit, I guess, but okay, here's what we'll do. We'll go with an overgrowth like this. I've got a healer, which is a little bit awkward. And, oh, my RC. Oh, that's double furnace, and I forgot to poison it. That's not great. That multi-inferno is being quite annoying. Somebody would go and get that down, please. Oh, what's happening to my screen? Uh-oh, I've got something on my screen. Oh boy. Okay, hopefully it doesn't like misclick a spell or something. But there's something on my screen. What is... Christ, okay. We're looking good though, to be honest. Don't think we're going to have any troubles finishing this base up, although I think we do have to go through the enemy heroes, or maybe not, I don't know. There is the ward. He's using the warden? Oh, maybe... Oh, that's smart. Because the king doesn't actually do anything against the Broom Witches, right? Because I think they just kind of fly over the king. That's quite smart, I hadn't thought of that. Well, let's see here. Let's go ahead, we'll freeze like this as the minion prince targets my royal champion, and although it is a little bit closer than I would have liked it to be, we do again still have all of our heroes alive. The warden, the king and the queen are up, so all in all happy with this attack, of course. But now let's get into the actual final attack of the day. Final attack then, and we have ourselves a base. I mean, what is this? I don't even know what I'm looking at, but I mean, the Spirit Walk options are quite limited. I think that's gonna work quite nicely. My plan here is Spirit Walk this section, RC entry, Root Rider entry into that monolith, and then I should be able to overgrowth like that spitter that's facing me. And then that won't be an issue for my Root Riders at the start. But let's see. A couple of Teslas, which is fine. Nice to get them out of the way early on in the attack. As long as there's not any bombs around this area, I don't really care. Oh, speaking of bombs, there is plenty of bombs, of course. But you're bound to come into at least one bait during your Legends Day. And it looks like this is the attack, which is going to happen to me. But I'm going to try and keep the Fox alive. If possible. Yeah, the Fox is up, which is nice. Use a test super barb to make sure there's no spring traps. Yeah, as I suspected, there is a spring trap there. Misplaced my queen a little bit to where the Sneezy is actually going to die right at the start of the attack. So my mistake, but oh well. What can you do? Sometimes that happens when you're using the Sneezy, I guess. Let's go with the other Ice Golem. Nice, tanking that Air Expo. And oh, I hope my Root Riders don't split. Thankfully, they do not. Need to keep an eye on my RC because I doubt the Fox is alive. Yeah, I can see actually the dead Fox, I think, below my healers at the moment. CC's coming out and oh, that's a bad poison actually. Oh, let's go ahead and pop that. Okay. I have to send in some super barbs because that flame spinner thing. Oh no, sorry, not flame spinner. Fire spitter is on my healers, but it's not going to make that much of a deal. Put my queen ability in the core. Send in some super barbs, make sure the funnel is staying nice and clean. And actually, oh, the Fox is alive. No way did the Fox live. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, we've got a couple of Wizard Towers in the core, of course, because of the Broom Witch meta, which makes my life just that little bit easier in Legends League. Going to freeze that. Hopefully we can keep the RC alive, but no promises. There is an Ice Golem actually there, so if the Ice Golem can go down, no. So unfortunately my RC is going to die. I'll put the King ability at this point. And yeah, it's another 3-star, so we are now perfect for the last 5 or 4 days. Honestly, I have no idea. But what I do know is we have still only failed 3 attacks the entire season. Wouldn't it be cool to finish on only 3 fails the entire season? I think we've got about 9 days left of the Legends this season, August 2025. But we'll dive into that, I guess, a little bit more in the recap for this video. So yeah, let's go. Okay then, all of our hits are done for the day, and we did get plus 320, of course, but it looks like I'm going to take minus 320 on defense, which is a bit unfortunate. Not a lot I can really do, to be honest. Yesterday we get plus 23, but yeah, we're not going to probably get any plus today, which is unfortunate. Will be my first minus 320 in quite a long time, but I think this is just the way it really goes in Legends League this month because of the event troops, and as well Root Riders are just completely busted. So hopefully we can get some nerfs in the near future, maybe to some of the hero equipments, but who knows really. That is going to be all from me for today. Let's actually see quickly how many days are left in the season. Not there, here it is. So we have 8 more Legends days in the season. Hopefully I can finish with only 3 fails the entire season, and fingers crossed, get a little boost with some defensive luck and finish in a high rank. But that is all from me for today. As I said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I believe I'll have a hard mode video out for you guys on an esports match against Millisime MG, but no promises. May take a little bit longer to produce that video, so it may be at a later date, but enough yapping. See you guys later. Goodbye.